Yeah, you know, things are good. I mean, we're back in the studio. We're live tonight, which is cool, but there's barely anyone here. It's a little weird.
Yeah, I know, man. It's like we're getting back to normal, but at the same time, not at all.
Yeah, exactly. But you know the one thing I would love more than anything is to have a guest in person. I miss talking to someone in person.
Yeah, man. I know what you're saying. I just miss being in the same room as other people, you know?
Right? What's up, John?
Hey, Jimmy, what's up?
Live from Rockefeller Center in the heart of New York City, it's The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. Tonight, join Jimmy and his guests, John Cena, musical guest, BTS, and featuring the legendary Roots crew. And now, here's your host, Jimmy Fallon.
Tonight Show, you guys. We are live right now. We are live from New York City. And man, what the hell was that debate? Was that a debate? What did we? I am so. What was that? I am so stressed right now. I have a kink. It felt like I just slept on an air mattress. It's just one of those kinks that just don't. I gotta get psyched. We do have a great show tonight. John Cena is here in the studio. First live guest in the studio, John Cena. We love him. Also, we have music from BTS every single night this week. We're having some performance from BTS. It's gonna be good. I'm actually pumped for this. I'm so amped right now. President Trump demanded I take a drug test. That's how. Well, guys, tonight in Cleveland, it was the first presidential debate between President Trump and Vice President Joe Biden. And boy, wasn't that fun? Seriously, did anyone take anything away from tonight? Was that helpful to any American? The only person who enjoyed that was Vladimir Putin while he was stroking a cat. Yes, yes, yes. Honestly, sitting through that debate felt like getting a COVID test in both nostrils at once. I was like, seriously, after the debate, I threw on The Vow just to pick myself up. Things were tense tonight. Man, usually when you see two guys this age arguing, it's about leaves blowing on each other's lawn. Well, as expected, the debate was full of hurtful insults, constant fighting, and vicious personal attacks, or as Americans call it, Thanksgiving. Before the debate, Chris Wallace said that if he does his job right, it'll be like he's not there. Well, mission accomplished. Things got really ugly. After the debate was over, Wallace said he wants to moderate something a little more civil, like a Real Housewives reunion or a back alley knife fight. Tonight's debates was presented without commercials. Yeah. The only interruptions were Trump cutting off Biden and Chris Wallace every 8 seconds. No, you said I have to do, you have to do the, I did what I said. Actually, tonight's debate made history. It was the first time Americans ever watched something on TV and wished there were commercials. I need a break. I need a break. Give me a gecko. Give me something. Things got brutal fast. Just to give you an idea, this was one of the lighter moments.
All right, gentlemen.
Which was heavily.
Mr. President,
you would have been much later, Joe.
Mr. President,
much later.
Mr. President.
You're talking about 2 million people.
Chris Wallace felt like a kindergarten teacher running a class on Zoom. And the night went downhill pretty quickly. Biden was doing everything he could to try to get Trump to stop interrupting. Take a look at this.
Donald, would you just
don't know her.
Would you shut up, man?
Listen, who is this?
This is so unprecedented.
Will
he just shush for a minute?
He beat you two. After that, Biden got a standing ovation from Melania. It's like, finally! Finally! At that point, I was just waiting for a woman in a bikini to walk out holding a sign that said round 2. Yep. You know it was a rough debate when the guy who told the president to shut up was seen as the classy candidate. Well, the first of the night's 6 sections was about the Supreme Court, and it ended like this. Watch this exchange.
This is so unprecedented. It was really a productive segment, wasn't it? Keep yapping, man.
Sadly, looking back, that was the most productive segment. After that, the debate moved on to the pandemic, and Biden tried to hit Trump with a quick soundbite. Watch this.
When he was presented with that number, he said, it is what it is. Well, it is what it is because you are who you are.
Even Dr. Seuss was like, wait, what are we talking about? It is what you are, it is what you are. But Biden couldn't talk about the pandemic without bringing up one of Trump's most famous gaffes. Check it out.
This is the same man who told you by Easter this would be gone away. By the warm weather, it'd be gone. Miraculous, like a miracle. And by the way, maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take care of it. This is the same man.
That was said sarcastically, and you know that.
Meanwhile, a guy injecting bleach in his arm was like, wait, what do you mean sarcastic? Trump was like, I don't inject bleach. I wear a patch and slowly absorb it all day. At the end of Trump's presidency, he'll just be like, come on, everything I said was sarcastic. Well, I was just being sarcastic. Well, you said that. No, what you just said, I said. Of course, Trump tried to fight back. He really took issue with Biden using the word smart. Watch this.
Unless he gets a lot smarter, a lot quicker.
So,
Mr. President?
Did you use the word smart? Don't ever use the word smart with me.
Yep. Trump accused Biden of not being smart. He was like, I'm much smarter. That's how I got nominated for the Taco Bell Peace Prize. And finally, Biden had really had enough and hit Trump with this insult.
People out there need help.
But why didn't you do it over the last 25 years?
Because you weren't president. Because you weren't president screwing things up.
You were a senator. And
you're the worst president America has ever had.
Hey,
come on.
Trump was like, that's ridiculous. Everyone knows I'm somewhere between George Washington and Martin Sheen.
On and on and on. I said.